The Watcher still hung above Titan, silent and patient. Its presence was both shield and chain, both sentinel and warning. But far beyond Saturn's rings, humanity itself was breaking apart. On Earth, leaders debated endlessly, their voices sharp with fear. We must placate the Concord, some argued. If we surrender Mars, if we restrain the colonies, perhaps they will leave us be. But others leaned forward, their fists striking the table. And what then? Will we live forever as children forbidden to grow? No, if we bow now, we bow forever. On Mars, the red dust carried whispers of rebellion. Domes carved into stone throbbed with restless anger. Radicals painted Elara's words on their walls. We are here. We are alive. We will not be ignored. But to them those words meant war. To them defiance meant striking first. And in the asteroid belt, miners listened to fractured broadcasts, hammering their tools against steel in rhythm with her words, not as soldiers, not as radicals, but as people who were tired of silence. Elara Myles watched all of it unfold from Titan's cold domes. Her name had become a symbol hero to some, traitor to others. She had lit a flame, but now it threatened to burn everything she loved. She whispered in the silence of her quarters, "Did I make a mistake? Did I wake hope? Or chaos?" Kieran found her there, hunched over darkened monitors. He placed a hand on her shoulder, his voice steady despite the tremor in his breath. "Maybe both," he said, "but ready or not doesn't matter. We're here, Elara, and we won't wait for permission to exist." She lifted her gaze to him, and in his reflection she saw not just doubt, but the same fire that had driven her to speak. Humanity was fracturing, but within the fracture, something lived. Then came the transmissions, not human. Alien, whispers from within the Concord itself. Some species spoke in cold certainty. Humanity is chaos. They must be erased before they spread further. But others, softer, cautious, spoke differently. No, let them be tested. There is resilience here the galaxy has long forgotten. Elara intercepted these voices with wide eyes and racing pulse. The Concord was not united. Humanity had become a fault line in alien politics. And then the sky above Mars darkened, not with dust storms, but with shadows. 3 Concord vessels, vast and gleaming, entered orbit. They descended in silence, their presence blotting out stars. In the Martian domes, settlers fell still. Children pressed their hands to glass. Fathers clenched their fists. Mothers held their breath. And then the message came, booming through every speaker, vibrating through every hull. Human expansion must halt. Mars must yield. Dismantle your colonies. Return to Earth. Only then will humanity endure. On the surface, fury erupted, yield. A miner roared. We carved our lives from stone. We bled into this dust. You think we'll bow now? And from the shadows, radicals struck, guided ships, loaded with stolen fuel and mining rigs, surged toward the alien vessels. The settlers of Titan, watching through transmissions, held their breath. Some prayed, some cursed. Elara gripped the railing until her knuckles turned white. Brilliant flares lit Mars' sky as the ships closed in, but the Concord did not unleash fire. Instead, beams of blinding precision lashed out, cutting power, freezing engines, scattering the attackers like toys. And then, with terrifying restraint, the aliens turned their light on the Martian domes themselves. Systems flickered. Air, scrubbers shut down. Children gasped for breath as pressure dropped. Only emergency seals saved them. Thousands lived. But thousands more, barely. Elara staggered as the reports poured in. She could almost hear the Concord whispering, "See? This is your proof. Humanity cannot govern itself." Humanity teetered on the edge of civil war. Earth blamed Mars. Mars cursed Earth. Belt whispered rebellion, and Titan trembled in silence. Elara stood before her console, sweat streaking her brow. Her voice cracked, almost breaking. "If we stay divided, we will die divided." She opened her channels. Titan, Mars, Earth, the belt. Static roared. Voices clashed. Anger flared, and then she began to gather them. She did not silence the voices. She did not erase their rage. She wove them together, each colony's words, each cry, each desperate plea into one broadcast. The message was not unity. It was not harmony. It was humanity fractured, furious, flawed, but alive. The transmission spread outward. A chorus of voices. Mothers weeping for their children. Miners raging against the void. Farmers whispering hope into barren soil. Leaders demanding survival at any cost. And threaded through it all, Elara's voice, soft but unyielding. "We are divided, but we endure. And in our endurance we demand to be seen." In orbit above Mars, the Concord vessels fell silent. They did not strike. They did not leave. Instead, they turned their beams outward and relayed humanity's fractured broadcast into the stars. The judgment was no longer only alien. The galaxy itself would now listen. Elara stood beneath Titan's storm-lit sky, her chest heavy, her eyes burning. She had not united humanity. She had not silenced their discord, but she had given their chaos a voice, and the galaxy listened.